Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Baldwin number 0742. This is a costume hook is what it's called, and being Baldwin, it's always magnificent when it comes to the caliber of the final fit and finish. Baldwin is the type of solid brass hardware company that you don't even want to touch the material because of how nice how nice it looks. I begrudgingly am putting fingerprints on this. Made of solid brass naturally with a polished brass finish. This is their 030 finish. That's going to mean solid brass polished with a lacquer is what that is, and that's what this 0742 is. This is the 5 3/8 version of the costume hook. It's basically a coat and hat hook, but when you get into these larger sizes, you know, they're calling it a costume hook. Now, I don't know the entomology and the lineage of costume hook. I would bet you, however, you would pull up a catalog that would be from the 19th century, and you're going to find references to costume hooks, and that's probably where this comes from. Let's take some dimensional properties of the item. They say that it's 5 3/8 and then 3.5 inch. So I'm going to say width and then height and then projection. So I'd say 5 3/8 would make sense. A projection. Yeah, I mean, if we're judging that there, I'd say about 3.5 inch to the top. Your bottom is going to be about 2.5 inch. The width of the base looks like it's about 1 inch and 7/16, with the height of the base right at about 1 7/8. Screws are going to be included. Be mindful; those are certainly going to be brass, solid brass. Complementary finish, oval head, threaded to the head, screw. So there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the product catalog and several encyclopedic documents that we have there. You'll find this certainly in the current book, or at least the 2018 book as it's current to my time, but also older books, stuff that I have that's archival and older. I wish I had my old Baldwin books. I'll tell you, I'm partial to Baldwin, and Baldwin competes on the lock set market with your mid-grade imported material in terms of decorative hardware. They then compete with the high-end stuff with their estate line. So they have their builder's caliber material, which is quite excellent, but then they have their estate line. For my money, me personally, I don't see a reason to use anyone but Baldwin. And in my opinion, if you can't do Baldwin, then just get whatever you can. The reason I say that is because of how partial I am to Baldwin. Not only years of learning their part number scheme, and once you learn it or know how it works, you know, you're then in the club, so to speak. But it's the quality of the components. But what trumps all of that is two things. Every time I call customer service, every time I get an answer. Every time I talk to technical support, I get an answer. I called Baldwin Tech Support a year ago to speak to them about a lock body from the mid-1970s. And the person I was speaking to was manufacturing the lock body himself on the line in the mid-70s. So while Baldwin competes in this arena in which the general public deals with them and buys their products, for me as a hardware person, I appreciate the fact that they're all that with the glitz and the marketing to the entire world, but on the back end, they're still a hardware company. Guys and gals who understand the nuts and bolts of hardware, and that's why I appreciate them, and that's why I use them personally, and I do continually use them, and I would encourage you to do so. Okay, made in America material, incredibly high quality. This 0742 is obviously going to be available in any finish that Baldwin can really put. Not any finish, but they have a whole gaggle of finishes. And I don't have all their codes memorized because some of them, you know, 031, some sort of distressed brass, 050 antique, I'm sure, 060 might be satin. The point of the matter is, looking at the codes, your brasses, your bronze, your chromes, your nickels, satin polished. And then they get into some other finishes of the Venetian oil rubbed distressed bronze sort of scenario. Being the fact that it's solid brass, if you wanted to have them powder coated on your own to any finish, you certainly can. And I have had people do that in the past. Strip the material down, and I don't see it listed in an 003, which would be an unlacquered brass, which probably makes sense. It's a piece of hardware that, I don't think you want to see age with time. That link below this video to the manufacturer's page, again, will allow you access to the product catalogs, to the manufacturer's website, and all of the Baldwin products we supply as well. Any questions on the Baldwin? This is their part number 0742 in an 030 finish, or any other Baldwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.